It is the 1960s. The Soviet Union is seemingly at the height of its power. Their army has the numbers to overrun Europe many times. Their air force has the ability to match their Western counterparts. Their navy boasts the largest submarine force in the world. Combine this with a massive bomber force, huge nuclear stockpiles, a space force that is staying a step ahead of the US, and air defense systems that can take down even the best biplanes the West can bring to bear, and it seems like the Soviet Union is untouchable. Unless you look at their surface fleet for their navy. They can only project their power in the Mediterranean, North Pacific, Baltic, and some in the North Atlantic. With a surface fleet consisting primarily of destroyers, frigates, and a few cruisers, the Soviet Navy is terribly overmatched by the forces of NATO. Even their numerical superiority with their submarines is not as big of an advantage as it seems. NATO submarines are more technologically advanced, quieter, and more lethal. The ASW forces of the West are able to track even the quietest of Soviet submarines. And then there is the one facet the Soviets have yet to attempt, that of the aircraft carrier. This would all change with the arrival of the Yakovlev 36, a prototype vertical takeoff and landing or VTOL aircraft. The Soviet Navy immediately saw the benefit of such an aircraft and pursued development into a new aircraft called the Yakovlev 38, codenamed Forger by NATO. Now all they needed was a platform to use as the carrier. Enter the Moskva-class heavy cruiser. A heavy cruiser with a flat top and used as a helicopter platform for anti-submarine warfare. Primarily used in the Mediterranean, the class could provide helicopter support to a flotilla to track down and attack enemy submarines over a wide area. However, this was proven to be less beneficial as the ship itself was considered dangerously unseaworthy in storms by her crews. The Soviets countered this by lengthening the ship to make her more seaworthy and adding elevators and a longer flat deck. The new design was dubbed the Kiev class and categorized as a heavy aircraft carrying missile cruiser. Armed with anti-ship cruise missiles, torpedo tubes, and surface-to-air missiles, she was a hybrid class. Upon her maiden voyage, she also boasted an air complement of 12 Yak-38s and 15 Ka-25 helicopters. As she transited the Mediterranean toward the Atlantic to head to her home base with the Soviet North Fleet, Western forces took immediate interest in her. The Soviets would change the numbers on the aircraft as they landed to make it appear that they had a larger number of aircraft than they really did. Some Western sources even stated the new carrier could hold 100 Yak-38s and some 50 Ka-25 helicopters. A total of 4 of the Kiev class were built, with the last, the Admiral Gorchkov, being sold to the Indian Navy, where she is known as the INS Vikramaditya. Though not a full flat top in the sense of the US Navy, it did provide the Soviet Navy with the means of air attack from the handful of carrier-borne aircraft. The Yak-38, however, never matched up with the air-to-air capabilities of their Western counterparts. Even the British Harrier was a better platform for fleet defense. With this issue still evident, the stage was now set for a new carrier, one that was built from the onset as an aircraft carrier. The time was right for the Admiral Kuznetsov. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video and will honor us with hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. Be sure to also click the bell to be notified when we have published a new video.